You probably missed Walton Goggins' killer performance in this underrated biopic, but you can fix that on Hulu. Music biopics like A Complete Unknown and Elvis have been highly popular in recent years, but a vast majority of these films are centered on widely celebrated artists whose stories are already well known. While it can be interesting to learn new information about musicians who have already been subjected to extensive coverage by the media, it is often even more fascinating to learn about artists who never made it big, as their stories can be more relatable. Dreamin' Wild explored the deeply moving story of two brothers whose childhood dream of becoming a rock duo was given a second shot nearly 3 decades after their debut album. Dreamin' Wild features one of the best performances that Walton Goggins has ever given, as the Emmy-nominated actor details what it is like to be the unacknowledged accomplice to an artistic genius. What is Dreamin' Wild about? Dreamin' Wild opens by showing how the teenager Donnie, Noah Jupe, and Joe Emerson, Jack Dylan Grazer, were encouraged to pursue their musical interests by their father, Don Sr., Beau Bridges, who owned a plot of land in Fruitland, Washington. Although the duo's debut album was acclaimed as being an outstanding mix of rock, soul, country, and funk music, their genre-bending work never materialized into legitimate careers. Dreamin' Wild explores the revival of the Emerson duo after their work is rediscovered by the music journalist Matt Sullivan, Chris Messina, who informs the brothers that their album has been hailed as a masterpiece by contemporary critics. Casey Affleck stars as an older Donnie, who questions whether his marriage to his wife Nancy, Zooey Deschanel, will be the same if he ever makes it as an artist. Goggins appears as the older version of Joe, who becomes instantly enthused about the opportunity to get a second chance. Goggins shows how challenging it can be to flirt with success that long seemed unattainable, as Donnie had never considered that music could be anything more than a hobby for him. The film examines the reality that there is a significant difference in the brothers' musical abilities. While Donnie is certainly a talented drummer, Joe is a genius songwriter whose failure to become mainstream resulted from unfortunate timing and familial obligations. As a result, there is tension within their relationship, as Donnie is only able to achieve this dream if his brother agrees to go begin writing new music. In a subversion of the ways in which sibling relationships are often depicted on screen, Goggins does not characterize Donnie as being spiteful or even envious of his brother's success. Rather, he is grateful that Joe is able to reconnect with his childhood passion, and begins to grow concerned that he has become the weak link. Walton Goggins gives his most subtle performance in Dreamin' Wild. Although he has become best known for playing eccentric anti-heroes on great television dramas like Justified and The Shield, Goggins gives a very nuanced, quiet performance as Donnie that becomes devastating once the film reveals the context of his upbringing. Donnie has never left his hometown and continues to work for his father, but his loyalty seems to always be taken for granted. While Joe feels the pressure of not living up to his potential, Donnie was never held to the same standards. Goggins is able to show how this stunted development has made Donnie overtly submissive in his relationships with others, as he is so selfless that he does not offer an opportunity for his ego to encroach in. The film's most powerful moments come when Donnie is able to finally stand up for himself and give Joe the type of advice that their father is incapable of putting into words. Dreamin' Wild explores the merits of pursuing one's passion, even if the life of a musician is inherently a challenging one. Donnie's lack of ambition does not suggest that he doesn't care, but that he values the process of self-improvement over any accolades that could be given to him. It's particularly emotional that reuniting the duo gives Donnie the chance to reconnect with his brother, as Goggins' strong chemistry with Affleck shows a positive depiction of fraternal relationships. Although he's an actor who has been hailed for being larger than life, Goggins showed in Dreamin' Wild that he could be remarkably grounded.